Hello, beautiful friends. It's so great to be with you all today. Happy new moon, happy solar eclipse, happy equinox tomorrow. I am really happy to be with you all. I've had a really peaceful weekend. Externally, was very productive. I got rid of carpet in my house. And in my dreams were very dark, but like I didn't wake up heavy, which is a good sign to me that there's like some incredible transmutation energy going on right now. So I'm going to jump right in with you all. I went ahead and already drew the cards, which I usually don't do ahead of time, but I wanted to be as efficient in this reading as possible. So we're going to start off of what this new moon eclipse equinox energy is bringing forth for the masculine, the feminine, and the shared energy between them. All right, so we're going to start off with the internal energies, and then we're going to see how that's reflected externally. Okay, so we're starting off with the feminine, which is the Nine of Moons. Now, I really feel that this is kind of what I was talking about. This is a very homey card. It's someone, it's a little brownie, who's just like very comfortable in their home. They also have like a familiar that they're working with, and, you know, abundant blackberries, and just there's a real grounding nature to this card. So this being the Nine of Pentacles really represents just like this becoming whole for the inner feminine. And I've really been feeling these energies too, of like the balancing of the homestead, a balancing of the inner and outer worlds, balancing of the heart and the head, balancing of the spiritual and the physical. So there's a lot of these pieces in movement right now, and I really feel the feminine energy is just like rooting, and is rooting so beautifully, and it has such a beautiful presence. So and full connection to this. Now I'm going to stay on the feminine for a minute because what I drew. Should we stay internal? No. We'll move over to the masculine. We'll go back and forth. So then, nope, we're going to stay with the feminine. Sorry, I'm feeling guided to do this. Okay, so how this is showing up externally is the star, okay? And this is going to become very significant as I progress throughout this reading. So this is what I really feel like this longing for something more, this like reeling in of the dreams, the connecting to the greater dreams, connecting to the greater purpose. Now, what I love about this is, do we see a mirroring in these two cards? Like there's a reaching forward towards something greater and kind of pulling it in, pulling it forth, you know, or like there's a healthy tether from that which is above and that which is below in both of these cards. I love that this is the major arcana. You know, the star card is a Make-A-Wish card, and I really feel too that like with this moth, it's like there's been lots of internal messages kind of coming and validating and kind of showing and guiding the way that keeps the process grounded. It keeps her rooted to the thing as she continues to be a conduit of these greater forces moving through. So way to go, feminine. Now, what's also really beautiful is when I checked in with the third energy between the masculine and the feminine, another card which was for the feminine came out, and this was the Seven of Pentacles. Now, I did a reading the other day, and this card came up then, and it really shows me that there's like this full nurturing and this grounding, that these seeds that have been being planted, these, you know, like even these star forms are coming down to support the physical existence. Now, there's a lot of talk, and I actually haven't listened to many of the channelings yet about this new moon or this equinox time, but what I feel is that we've been dancing back and forth between timelines. I know for myself, I've been buying plane tickets on Southwest, not a paid advertisement, because I can, with my points, I can cancel those flights last minute without any repercussions, and they just get reimbursed into my account. So when the flights go on sale, I often buy them, and I have a couple of different options of which flight I'm to get on, you know, and who I'm to journey with, and that sort of thing. And what's really beautiful about that is it provides me this flexibility and to feel in of like, well, what if I was in this place this weekend, and what if I was this place, and what if I just stayed home? All right, so but I feel like that's naturally happening within our consciousness. Now, I'm not sure how you all are experiencing timeline shifting or jumping, but the way I do, it's like literally I can see two paths at the same time. I keep referring it to as like the Outlander experience. It's like, oh, well, it feels like I'm just going to suddenly like step into a vortex and be transported into the correct, the timeline in which I am most, available and powerful to serve. Now, I love the groundedness of this guy. I love the nurturing of this guy. These both being feminine and this being masculine showing up externally, also feel it's like there is an invitation of the external masculine starting to show up and nurturing the seeds that she's been planting, that she's been rooting, the home that she's been building, that sort of thing. So that's a strong read I get. And we're going to come back to those in just a minute. But for now, I'm going to move on forward. How interesting. I'm going to move into the shared energy, which takes us right back into the star card. Okay, so the shared energy between the couple is also the star. It's also the Make-A-Wish. It's the Disney happily ever after ending, like things coming into being. All right. Now the star card is card number 17. I don't know why that's significant, but it feels significant for some reason, and maybe that'll reveal itself soon. But this is the internal shared energy between the two. So what I really feel with this is there might be, not only within, your own harmony within, but externally it feels like there's a lot more gifts of shared communication in the spirit realm going on. Maybe this is coming through dreams, telepathy, synchronicities are probably at an all-time high. This is a really beautiful time for manifestation. It's also a really beautiful time to sit with those heart energies and really be in the joy of that urge to make a wish, which is such a magical thing. The urge to make a wish that is magical in itself. Our words are spells. So what we speak into being is a part of what manifests in front of us. So if we're sitting, and I'm not a big fan of I do believe in talking things into existence, but I also believe in honoring the process that unfolds as we're stepping into that. So again, what it might look like is I honor this as a potential timeline. This is what I'm building. This is what I'm working to. I'm also not attached to that because this is also something that could bend to mold and occur. And I feel like a lot of us right now have been getting a lot of different guidance that is pulling us in different directions. And I'm never sure what timeline exactly I'm serving. And the thing is everything's running so, the veil is so thin between all of the different possibilities, I guess, that it's really, we're in the midst of this co-collaboration. All right. And what I do like about this card too, is there's several elves on this card, doing the work towards the longing. And the cards here, even the stars even look like a little heart. I've never noticed that as the constellation before, but it's there is communal prayer going on, and the prayer isn't just the feminine. It is also the masculine stepping forth. But in order to do that, they're working on some stuff too. Now, yes. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and share what the shared card externally was, which is the Ace of Cups. Okay. So this shows me that the wishes shared are this rebirth of this heart space, spiritual energy, that this true connection, this flow between worlds, this flow between hearts and heads, all of this kind of moving is the shared dream is this rebirth. It is this birth of this new earth. All right. So when I tuned in with the masculine, what came out was the 7 of challenges in the internal world. Now, every time I get this card, it's all my little, my little spidey sense kind of go up because it is a card of deception. It is a card of thievery. But how this really came through today, and this also came up in another reading I did this week, which I always find interesting. A lot of times when I'm giving readings, a lot of cards will kind of will start to show themselves at similar times, because right now, collectively, those of us who are doing the work and have been doing the work and continue to do the work are being, similar energies are being pulled from us, similar energies are coming in through us, we're being asked of similar things in different different ways. Okay, so what I really do believe that this card comes out for the Seven of Challenges is I feel like it's a fleeing of demons. I guess it's kind of a way. It's an addressing of the shadow. It's finally like releasing the shadows. Like I feel like these aren't actively ransacking the campsite. They're not actively ransacking the little cabin here. They're taking away that which no longer serves. It's what really feels like going on in the masculine journey. And I haven't gone into this for myself, but the dreams I had were so incredibly heavy last night, but not in the way that I felt disrupted or dysregulated when I woke up, which is usually how it feels. So what I really felt is that stuff was just getting like sucked away and out of me, all of the like these different darkness, and it was really related to the masculine component for myself. That the sexual trauma, not just this lifetime, sexual abuse, not just this lifetime, but all lifetimes, and sometimes it even connects into the greater collective. And I was noticing even for like, for the lineage, the blood lineage of ways that has been trapped into family members and ancestral timelines as well. Now, so what's beautiful about this is the external that's coming forth was strength. So that's why it really makes me believe, the dog is sniffing. Which really makes me believe that the masculine, both within us and externally, is doing some really deep work of setting some really deep, old, shady templates. And they're stepping forth more into their true essence and to that true part of them. What I love this card in the strength is this really like embraces the courageousness of a lion. Now we also have to do with like the fox and the lion. I feel like it was very interesting, and the lamb. Okay, so these animals came forth, and our other cards we didn't. It was beings that have come forth so much, and mostly in the rest of these cards too show that as well. So the fact that this is animal stuff shows me that this has been really, really deep-seated things that we're really getting into the primal nature, and that is what's getting cleared. Okay, so when we jump over into the third energy of how this is manifesting within the third energy for the masculine, I got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so and she's kind of like a hybrid. She's got these great things. There's also a little bit of a throwback because she kind of has some like little feathery antler things going on as well. So what I really feel is there's just this really powerful strength of looking forward into stronger vision, of holding down these grounded truths, that sort of thing. Now, I'd like to honor the crossover that's happening, okay? This came out for the feminine, this came out for the masculine, right? So it shows me that they're really supporting each other in these mutual process of the manifestation of the dream, of this new heart energy, all right? So it's like we're nourishing the same seeds, even if there is still separation, even if there's still some dissonance, even if there's still shadow shit that's being sorted through. What's ultimately coming through is a mutual support of I plant the seed and you help nourish and grow it. We are working together. We are seeding in this new earth. We are allowing these new possibilities to come forth. And then I truly do believe that it is the feminine that ultimately picks forth and says, all right, this is where I'm moving forth. All right. So I asked, in the end, I was like, well, where is this all headed? Where are we going? And the first card to come out was this Knight of Wands. And I heard there are many messages coming forth. This really feels like an acceleration. Stronger communication often comes with Knight energy. With the Knight of Wands, I feel like everybody's invited to the party, and everybody's meant to come not only have fun, but also fun with intention is what this card really speaks to me. And I was like, all right, well, what is this about? Okay. And then the Chariot came forth. Okay. So this really feels to me to be the feminine who has dropped in, she's grounded in, she's having a good time. She's got her wild self and her grounded self and her, this like true balanced goddess going on simultaneously. And then it feels like the masculine shows up, right? And the Chariot this could also represent travel coming forth, an acceleration. This could also represent more messages and things coming through. But it shows to me that there's going to be continued great movement. Wands there's a lot of movement with fire energy, and I feel a lot of that same energy coming forth in the Chariot card here. Now, what I like about a knight and a chariot simultaneously is it really shows me the knight isn't about rescuing. The knight is about coming together and working together. They're going to share a caravan, right? They're going to decide. They each have a horse. This is balanced polarity of the yin and the yang. This is beings working together. And he doesn't really control this chariot, this caravan, this thing either. What I also like is a toss back, and I'm just seeing this, is we've got this glowing window here, this glowing window here. All right. Gypsy wagon, traveler's wagon, whatever you want to call it, it really feels like this is coming forth. All right. And, he is creating movement. He's released his needing to sit down and set up camp. And it's really about what is the movement and where are we going together? So that all feels really good and really exciting, and I hope that this message is a good confirmation for those of you moving forward. I'm going to ground in the energies. I'm going to draw one last from the Shamanic Oracle, and then I got new cards that are the Alchemy of Spirit that I'm going to work with as well. So here we go. All right, home. Okay, this is really beautiful. Love that this is coming forth. This feels like, there is a great sense of coming home. There's coming home together. There's coming home to be together. There's the nurturing of the home space that the feminine was already doing. I really feel, especially if you're feminine who's been on the sacred journey for a while, the divine feminine journey for a while, I really do feel that your hard work is paying off. You're going to start seeing what it is that you've planted coming to fruition. Okay, so we're going to draw the Alchemy of Spirit. These are new cards I haven't worked with before. I was just gifted this deck, and I just love the colors of them. I'm going to see where this takes us. Okay, the whale. How interesting. Okay, so the whale is really beautiful. What's the crescent moon feels very eclipsy to me. And the whale feels like this ancient song coming forward. And we've got the Sacred Union symbol up here. Oh, and I opened up right to the whale. Because there's new cards, I'm just going to read what's in here. Whale, the spirit of temperance. Okay, this is also the ancient song. All right. Find the balance in the chaos. All right. In balance, having self-control, moderating, having patience, keeping calm. Go with ease. Take your time. Don't be impulsive. Don't say yes unless you mean it. Don't offer more than you can handle and avoid extremes. Living in intense feelings is tempting, but it'll wear down your spirit quickly. Instead, try to find the middle ground. All right. What a beautiful message to come forward and home with. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to draw one more card from the Mother's Oracle as just, what's guidance, lastly, for anyone watching this. We didn't get a lot of, messages of the clear reading or, the prescriptive stuff in this. It was just a very present reading, which I really love, okay? This is great. So the card that came out, the guidance forward, is the dolphin, the child within. So what I really feel of this in conjunction with the whale, this in conjunction with the home, is really come back home to yourself these next few days and coming weeks, and just be in that sense of play, be in that sense of mysticism. Let your ancient wisdom move through and really come home to yourself as this play and intention merge together within the sacred waters that fill our life. And even in this, there's also a crescent movement even in this space. So I really do feel a lot of wonderful movement moving forward. This is a great reading. I'm so excited for our collective and all of the hard work that every single one of you have been doing through your meditative work, through your visioning, through however it is that you ground in and do this work. much gratitude from all and all things. So I wish you many blessings. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you are interested in doing a direct session with me, I would love to do that. Just email me at prismhealers@gmail.com. And we can, tune in to any area of your life and see, what it is coming forward and wants to be shared in a nice personalized clue reading. So I wish you many blessings and have a blessed day. Aho!